Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your Lionsgate portal message. What does Aries need to know at this time? What would you like them to know at this time for the Aries collective? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Your message is actually message card number 33. At the bottom of the deck, we have relief, card number 12. So we have a reoccurring theme already here with the numbers. You have 3, 3, and then the 1 plus 2 is 3 as well. Some of you could be a life path 3, 6, or 9. I would also look up that angel number for yourselves as well, 333. So for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, what do they need to know about message? Why is this their Lionsgate portal reading? One more shuffle. Thank you. Aries, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. So there's something here occurring in regards to your structure and your stability. The Four of Wands could physically be the residence where you live, whether that's a home, apartment, townhouse, flat, condo. For others of you, it could be in regards to a job opportunity, a business opportunity, right, that would provide you with some type of stability, like financial stability, or it could add to that. Like this could be something secondary. It could also be a conversation that you are having with an individual in regards to structure and stability. And that person could be anyone. That could be your landlord, that could be your realtor, your boss, your business partner, a friend, family member, maybe even a lover. So let's get into this message a little bit more. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here for Aries? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Tower, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Wands. Okay, so when this message, okay, we're looking at this message card. When the message comes in, there's a twofold thing here that happens for you. One, this is like a very much of a shock and awe, okay, that this comes in, this offer, conversation, this opportunity. On one hand, it makes you feel really good. Knight of Wands to the Six of Wands. There's a feeling here of like, wow, this person is presenting me with blank, this job offer, financial opportunity, relationship, asking me out on a date. But then at the same time, as quickly as the elation comes in, or that moment of like that feeling of victory, like, yes, I got it, or yes, they want me. At the same time that comes in, your defenses go up in that Seven of Wands. So there's a part of you who's very excited to receive the offer. And there's another part of you that's like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I'm very flattered by this, but I don't know if I want to move forward with it. Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. This would be Gemini energy here. The feeling here seems to be, I don't know what to do now with this. So there's a lot of worry or anxiety in regards to this message, this offer, this opportunity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Two of Wands. So when it comes in, you have a decision here to make, whether or not you are accepting this. The Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups. So there's some confusion here. Again, there's some, like you're feeling flattered by the offer, but at the same time, you're confused about whether or not this is what you want to accept, either as like a final offer, or will this be beneficial to me in the long run, right? For me, Ten of Pentacles is like 10 plus years. So that Seven of Cups, there's some confusion. Nine of Cups, will accepting this offer make me happy? So maybe with that Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this could be something like maybe you have your house up for sale, you receive an offer, you're like, yes, we finally got an offer. Then you're like, wait a minute, it's a little bit lower than what I was hoping for. Should I hold out for more? Should I accept it? There's a little confusion here about that. Same thing if it's a job offer, someone wants to collaborate with you. It certainly could be someone asking you out on a date, or maybe you and your person, you know, maybe with that Knight of Wands, you've been a little non-committal. Okay, only take that portion of the reading if it resonates for you. Now you have your partner, maybe they want to take, you know, the relationship to the next level, and you're like, wow, I'm really flattered by this, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. Or I don't know if I could be happy spending the rest of my life with this person. I think if this is your message, and at the time of seeing this, you are confused about a flattering offer that you've received, what you don't see coming is the Ace of Swords, a breakthrough moment for you. It's like you will get relief here from that Nine of Swords. We go from Nine Swords of all the worry to relief of now getting clarity and knowing what to do. And right behind that, we have safe travel. And right behind that, we have home. I told you, this has something to do with your structure, your stability. It could be your physical home. It could be relocation, moving in with someone, you know, maybe even opening up like a home-based business. But again, I think there's relief here coming for you. That's what you're currently not seeing, is you'll know exactly, by the time you get to August 12th, you'll know exactly what to do with this offer, for those of you who have this offer here. So clarify that Ace of Swords, this moment of clarity. Clarify that further, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands. So the Two of Wands is the decision point. Now, we don't necessarily have the Ace of Wands here quite yet. Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Pentacles. But the Knight is holding the Ace of Wands. And that was the feeling I got, was like you are the recipient of something, an offer here. You're holding the Ace of Wands. You're flattered by it. You're not sure if you want to move forward with it. So the Ace of Wands is the starting point. It's the opportunity. The Two of Wands is the crossroads where now you need to make a decision. The Three of Wands is the decision has been made and you're moving forward. So you might not be seeing that at this time. For those of you, like I said, you have received the offer, or you're receiving it within this portal, this gateway between July 26th and August 12th. When it does come in, the confusion that you have, I almost want to tell you like to relax a little bit, because the clarity you need is coming by the August 12th date. It's like you're going within in that Hermit energy. The Seven of Pentacles is, do I want to invest in this, or do I want to accept this investment or accept this offer? But you are receiving the clarity you need in order to move forward. Again, that Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Magician. I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just telling you energetically what is available. It looks like most of you will be proceeding forward with caution when it comes to whatever this is. So if it's something contractual, you know, that Magician energy, I love this for you at this point, because this is mercurial energy. It rules Gemini and it rules Virgo. And both Gemini and Virgo are all about the details. So if it's anything contractual in nature, you're going to make sure that it is to your liking, Ten of Cups, before you sign or before you agree. Same thing if it's like a job opportunity, or someone wanting to present you with like a financial offer, like whether that's a loan or maybe you're purchasing a vehicle. Sometimes Knights could talk about travel. So if there's anything like that occurring, I do see you being smart enough to say, I want this all in writing. If this is in regards to a partnership in your life, like maybe a romantic partnership, there is something here about communicating your wants, needs, and desires, and then proceeding forward to work on it or collaborate with this person. Let's get you some advice here. So there's an offer opportunity message coming in. You're a little defensive, although flattered by it. Very confused about what to do. Clarity is coming for you, okay? Coming for you by August 12th. So hang in there. Don't be so hard on yourself during this time. And like I said, most of you appear here to be moving forward with the offer, but it's almost like you're going to do it on your terms and your conditions. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for Aries. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Three of Pentacles, that is like teamwork makes the dream work. So working together on this offer, Two of Swords, that decision that you have to make, Tower, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. There's the offer, there's the opportunity. I do see you moving forward with this after being in a point of, again, like being in that stagnation, a little procrastination station with that Seven of Pentacles. It does look like you're making the opportunity. In terms of advice, this is telling you to not make a decision yet until you have absolute clarity. The Tower for me lately has been showing up as Uranus. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, and that would be that Ace of Swords. So you don't have to make a decision about whether or not you're accepting this until you have absolute clarity about the offer, and it looks like you're receiving it during the portal by August 12th, 2026. So relief is coming for you when it comes to making this decision. That's what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon for some additional bonus content, and please be sure to watch your other placements. And so I read for you again. I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your 888 Lionsgate message. This is for the Taurus collective. What is your Lionsgate message for the Taurian collective? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Taurus, we have gratitude, card number 35. And at the bottom of the deck, we have meditate, card number 40. Tell me more about gratitude and meditate. The first thing that came to me, Taurus, on the meditate card, we're seeing this person give this okay symbol. And it's reminding me of the hand gesture that the individual does in the 10 of Swords. So either you have had an ending or you're on the precipice of having an ending, because that's what the 10 of Swords is. It's the Sun in Gemini. It's the worst is over, but it is over. It is a painful ending. Some of you already experienced it. Some of you are about to experience it. But what's happening for you during the portal at this time is almost like being able to look back at it and being grateful that something here ended or is on the precipice of ending. Like now you know that you're either better off that that ended, or you know that you will be better off once it ends. There's some gratitude here in the ending. Kind of like, oh, I dodged a bullet not accepting that job, you know what I mean? Or dating that person, or the divorce. It's like looking back and being grateful. And like I said, for those of you in the thick of it, I think you're going to find some gratitude here in the future as a result of this ending. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 3 of Swords. That was the feeling I was getting. The 8 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Cups. So you might not be seeing it right now, especially for those of you where it's fresh. It's a fresh ending, or it's a fresh, some type of painful situation that you're going through. What you're not realizing now, but you will in the future, this had to come to an end. It was like beneficial for you. You're going to find gratitude in this. And like I said, for some of you, it's already happened. For others of you, you're sort of like in the thick of it. 3 of Swords. Let's clarify that 3 of Swords here for Taurus. Clarify the 3 of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups, shows itself again, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Pentacles. Taurus, I'm not going to lie to you, this is a tough reading. If it's not your reading, don't take it. Just check another placement. But I have a group of you. You're either reflecting on something that ended, or you're currently going through it. But there's a lot of healing here, whether it was something in your past or something you're currently going through. The Taurian collective is still healing from that Three of Swords, whatever that was to you. And for me, that Three of Swords is a sliding scale. You know, on the low end, you're disappointed in someone. They told a white lie. They lied by omission. It's not a big deal, but there's still a feeling of disappointment. Like, why didn't you tell me? Or why did I have to find out about it through someone else? And for others of you, that pendulum swings the other way, and that's full-out heartbreak. So you take it how it resonates to you, but you are moving forward and moving on from that. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Devil. This is why you're going to be grateful. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Justice. So for some of you, this is a divorce. You either had it in the past, or you're in the thick of it, or you're contemplating moving forward with the divorce. Something, and if it's not a divorce, this is you severing a soul contract that you have with someone that you deem to be toxic. It could be your landlord, okay? It could be the president of the HOA community you live in because you're putting your house up for sale and you're moving. It could be a boss for some of you. It certainly could be a family member or a friend. But you're here in your highest vibration saying there was something here toxic. This person was either emotionally manipulating you or financially manipulating you or manipulating you for your finances. And pentacles don't always have to be money. It could be for your talent. It's like the job who knows that you are exceptionally brilliant or you're very skilled at something, but they know what to say to emotionally manipulate you to stay at the job and to receive less in terms of an income from them. Like, you know, oh, we're family, or we're like family. You know, there's a feeling like that here. So someone has clearly taken advantage of you within the last, it's either within the last 2 years, or like I said, you're going through this now. But at some point in time, you're going to look back at that and you're going to be very grateful for it. Nine of Swords. Instead of using this portal to worry about what happened back then or what's currently happening, I would use your beautiful, brilliant mind. Instead of worrying about this, I would meditate. What do you want to see to, you know, come after this as a result of this ending? Like, allow it to catapult you now into a new chapter, into something that is better for you, as opposed to worrying about why it didn't work out. It didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to work out, because it was toxic, because it was unhealthy, because it was unfair, because it took advantage of you. That's why there was no growth or no change or no emotional fulfillment. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Swords is clarified by Six of Pentacles, the Star, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. Whoever this person, and maybe for some of you it's a group of people, I don't know. It's a general collective reading. But in time, you're going to realize why this, I'm going to call it a karmic connection, was in your life. This was not a connection that was supposed to go the distance. You were not supposed to work here until you retired. This is not the person you were supposed to spend the rest of your life with. Now, some of you may have spent a significant time with this person or at this job, but you were not supposed to spend the rest of your life with them. There's something here. This person's whole purpose of being in your life was to teach you about reciprocity, because something here was not fair. They were taking advantage of you, of your time, of your talent, of your money, of your connection to them. Again, especially if we're talking family. So, and that's a terrible thing, Taurus, if that's the case. Like, not paying, like, if let's say you work for family, this would be like the family that pays you X amount of dollars an hour. If you left and they had to hire someone else as qualified as you in that role, they probably would have to pay them double what they pay you for everything that you do. And same thing if it's a regular employer. But it's someone who knowingly, like, they knew how to speak to you. It's a very manipulative energy. I mean, look at this. You're smack in the middle of this manipulation. Emotional manipulation, verbal manipulation, gaslighting. Again, there's something here taking advantage of your financial resources. If you've moved on from it, stop looking at it like, oh my God, I can't believe that relationship or that career came to an end. Instead, look at it and go, because that came to an end, I now know my value and worth. That was the whole purpose of why you dealt with that individual. Again, regardless of who they are. And if you're in the thick of it, stop trying. And I know it's so difficult when you're going through. I'm not trying to be difficult on you, Taurus, because I've been here myself with a variety of experiences and connections in my life. But instead of looking at it like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is ending. Why is this ending? I don't want this to end. Instead, look at it like, oh no, fuck yeah, I want this to end. I deserve more than this. I deserve more than this. This is a good thing that it's ending. And now that it's ending, start meditating, because through meditation, you will be manifesting what it is that you are desiring. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. So you're at a decision point here, Taurus. You can keep ruminating on why it ended or why it currently is ending, Or you can make the decision to try to see the lesson of this. And if you're honest with yourself, the lesson was there was no reciprocity. You were not treated as wonderfully as you should have been. And so, yeah, there is finding gratitude in that. Like, now I've seen the light, and now I know what I deserve. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for the Taurus collective. If you're going through this, Taurus, my heart is with you again. Like, I'm 52 years old, so I've seen it all in my life. And it's not easy. But at the end here, there's, oh, that's why that ended. One more shuffle. Thank you. Like, that's why that didn't work out. High Priestess, the 10 of Wands, and there's that star again. Bottom of the deck, you have Justice. For some of you, this is a divorce, or again, something or someone you were contractually obligated to. And again, it could be work or something like that. And this could even come down to like your living situation. Like, you're contractually obligated maybe because you have a lease or, you know, a rental agreement or something like that. But your advice here is to go within and ask yourself this heavy burden, because that's what this connection has been for you. It has been a burden. What did it teach you? That's what your advice is at this time. What did it teach you? What did you learn? The High Priestess is the only card in tarot that actually holds the book of knowledge. And if you can look at this instead of looking at it as an ending that occurred or is in the process of occurring, and look at it instead of like, what did I learn from it? Because if you look at it from that perspective, Hermit energy, then you'll know exactly what it is that you want to manifest for your future, and it'll be the complete opposite of what this has been. That is what I have for you, Taurus. That is your Lionsgate portal message. If you like that message, resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon for some additional bonus content, and please watch your other placements. And so I read for you again, Taurus. I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Gemini, I had to take a break between Taurus and you because while I was shuffling your deck and meditating, a song, like a string of song lyrics came to me. I wasn't quite sure what they are. I'd never heard the song before, so I needed to look it up. And it's actually the song 42 by Mumford & Sons. Now, I like the band, but I've never heard that song. So you may want to watch it after this reading. There could be something in those lyrics. From what I gathered listening to the song and looking into it a bit, it seems to be about someone who's having some doubts in regards to like a decision here that they need to make. And I also thought it was pretty profound that the song title is 4242, and 4 plus 2 is the Lover's card in tarot, which is your major arcana card. So maybe for some of you, there's some doubt here in regards to a decision you need to make. And that could be about love, right? The Lover's connection. If not, it could just be some other monumental decision that you need to make. I don't know if that's going to come through in your reading today, but I wanted to share that with you in case someone out there needed to hear that message. So with all of that said now, let's tap into the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the Lionsgate portal message here for the Gemini collective? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Gemini, we have Veiled, card number 38. Well, this would be doubt, uncertainty about something, not being able to see everything clearly. The bottom of the deck, we have Psychic, card number 48. So this may be a time here where you need to utilize your intuition to make a particular decision. All right, let's get into this message here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is Veiled their message at this time? Why is this their Lionsgate portal message? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Gemini, we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands. So if this message is yours, you are currently experiencing this ending, or there's some decision here that you need to make in regards to ending something. Astrologically, that is the Sun in Gemini. So it's almost like the worst is over, or the worst will soon be over. Tell me more about that Ten of Swords. So for some of you, you just experienced that. For others of you, you are like in the thick of it. Or like I said, you could be contemplating ending something. Tell me more about that Ten of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Everything I said is the truth. So whatever portion of that message just came through for you, that is your message. Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of internal conflict here about whether or not to fully release something here in your life. Something has become a burden, a situation, environment, a connection. It could be something that you are ingesting as well, where you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to give this up, whatever this is. So there is truth and clarity coming to you about either why this ended or a decision you need to make about whether to end it or not. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Why is the Three of Pentacles here for Gemini? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Emperor, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. So there's something here that, and again, only take the message if it's yours. Never force a tarot reading to fit if it doesn't currently align with your journey. But there's something here that at some point in time, you're collaborating on this with another individual, because the Three of Pentacles is teamwork makes the dream work. So you were working on something, a situation, environment, a connection, a path, or a plan with another individual, because you thought that that was like your Ten of Cups, right? This is where I'm going to receive or find emotional fulfillment, again, in a situation, environment, or connection. But with that Five of Pentacles, it's like it hasn't quite turned out the way you thought it would. So maybe there was a financial loss here, or you're feeling emotionally depleted, or you could feel locked out, right? If this is a romantic partnership, doesn't have to be, but you could feel locked out. So there's something here of like you were moving forward on this particular path. You thought that it would ultimately bring to your life or add to your life emotional contentment, possibly even financial abundance, but it came to a halt in that Seven of Wands. It's like you hit a dead end with it. Some of you with that Veiled card, you're not understanding why it ended or why it's currently ending. So tell me more about that Ace of Wands here for Gemini. Why is the Ace of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Strength card fell out, which ironically is Lionsgate, right? This is the major arcana card for Leo, and we are in Leo season. What I found interesting about the Ace of Wands in the deck I used for you, there are only two hands here, but when I looked at it quickly, I saw four. So again, it's giving me the feeling like this is something that you are working on with an individual or with a group of people. So we have the Strength card, we have Temperance, and we have the Queen of Swords. That's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So I think right now you're a bit confused. You're a bit confused about whether or not you want to end this, or if this ended, you're confused about why it ended. And psychic, guides, and safe travel. Oh, and right behind that we have truth. We know how much Gemini loves truth. So there's something here, Gemini. The answers you seek are not coming via data or information or conversation. The information you need about whether or not to end this, or if it has ended, why it ended, it's coming from inside the house. Psychic guides, like your guides, your ancestors, your spiritual guides, whoever it is that you believe in, whatever deity that you believe in, they are trying to explain to you either whether or not you should end this, or if it ended, why it is ending. So I kind of feel like the clarity you need about this, if it is a decision you need to make, the decision is coming to you by August 12th. If it has already ended and you're trying to figure out why because you're not understanding, you'll understand why by the time you get to August 12th. So I feel like the clarity you need is coming. Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups, and there's that Queen of Wands to the Hangman. So I kind of feel like right now you're just sort of paused. You don't know, do I end this? Or again, if it ended, why it ended. But I feel like the clarity you need is coming, but it's not coming via another individual or collecting data. I heard mining, so like mining for information. That's not how you're receiving this clarity. The clarity is coming from inside the house. So I would pay attention to your dreams. I would keep a dream journal during this time. I would also pay attention to any thoughts you get, because those are called downloads, and I typically don't like using that word for that, but that's what it is. So the clarity you need is coming to you, and it could come at a time when you're not looking for it, like you're washing dishes, or you're stuck at a red light, or you're busy doing something else, and you get that aha epiphany moment of clarity. So I would look for those moments of clarity that you are receiving. Let's get you some advice here. Let's get you some advice here for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice at this time: 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands, bottom of the deck. Again, that Queen of Wands. So you might have a lot of fire in your chart. Maybe this is concerning a fire sign, someone who has Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in their top 3, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But again, like I was saying, there's like an abundance, right? 10 of Pentacles, abundance. 8 of Wands being like communication. So it's like coming in very quickly to you. And then you will have the clarity that you need either to end this, or if it has ended, why it ended. And then you will be able to proceed forward. So we go from the Sun in Gemini to the Sun in Aries. So, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is all me, myself, and I. So the decision you need, the foresight you need in order to take action is coming. You'll then be able to make plans or to move forward. You'll be able to make some progress. So I just feel like between now and August 12th, this is like a little shrouded in mystery there with that 7 of Cups. But the answers you need are coming. But again, they're coming from inside the house. So pay attention. That is what I have for you, Gemini. That is your Lionsgate portal message. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out Patreon for some additional bonus content. And please be sure to watch our other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your Lionsgate portal message for the Cancer collective. What do they need to know at this time? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. Your message, Psychic, card number 48. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Spiritual Cleansing, card number 50. Why is Psychic the Lionsgate portal message for the Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? I almost said Capricorn on accident. So maybe you have high Capricorn placements. That is your opposite sign. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Only take that, obviously, if it pertains to you. But if I slip up in your reading and say Capricorn, I'm apologizing ahead of time. It's clearly a Cancer reading. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, why is Psychic their Lionsgate portal message? One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out is the Four of Pentacles. The Lovers, Gemini energy, and the Hangman, Piscean energy. Bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Tell me about that Four of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun, Page of Swords, and the Star. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords, the Lovers. Tell me more about the Lovers. Why is the Lovers card here for Cancer? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Lovers is clarified by the Fool, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Pentacles. I feel like you have a psychic connection to someone. Now, I'm going to take this as a love reading because I was just told to take it as a love reading. So if you're currently in a romantic partnership, I think there is a very strong psychic connection. You'll see the two rings, almost looks like two wedding rings, right? But also when they come together, it almost makes an infinity loop. So there's like a soulmate connection here in your life. Now, if you currently have this person in your life, I feel like the psychic ability, almost being able to like telepathically communicate with one another, it either currently exists and it's about to strengthen, or it doesn't currently exist, but it's about to exist. And this might shock you. All of a sudden you think of this person, they call you, or you're like, oh, I should really call him or her before they leave work for the day because I need bread. And suddenly they call you and they're like, hey honey, I'm on my way home. Did we need bread? So there's going to be little things like that. Page of Swords. So if you have this connection in your life, like I said, and it's already, you already feel a psychic connection to this person, and you're already telepathic to some degree, I feel like that's going to strengthen. For others of you, you don't have this psychic ability with this person, but they are in your life, that's about to strengthen. Like it's about to be discovered. Now, if you're a single Cancerian, there's a new person here entering your life, and you're going to feel a very immediate, close bond with this person. It's almost like you're going to feel like you can read each other's minds. The Hangman. Tell me why the Hangman is here. The connection with this person and the telepathic connection you're going to have with them is going to make you view connections differently. You're going to realize why other connections, romantic connections in your life did not work out. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Hangman, clarified by Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. This is coming in fast, okay? So I would say at this time with that Spiritual Cleansing card, we have growth and we have gratitude. Oh, there's without a doubt this is happening. Okay. So if you're currently in a romantic partnership and you have telepathic connection with your person, it's about to strengthen. It's about to deepen. If you're in this romantic partnership and you don't have it, it's coming in. It's going to start shocking you and surprising you. And between now and August 12th, you're going to have a dose of this where you're going to be thinking of something or thinking of this person, and they call you, or you're thinking of it and they bring it up in conversation. You're like, oh, wow, I was just about to say that. Or you ever have that type of connection where you're saying a sentence and the person finishes it almost exactly how you were about to. So that's what's happening here. And if you are a single Cancerian, you have a new romantic partner coming in, and like right off the bat, you might be a little scared by this because the two of you are so in sync. It's almost like you're reading each other's thoughts or each other's minds, and it will give you a different perspective in regards to connection. So you have a spiritual connection deepening, okay? Or you have a new, very deep spiritual connection coming in. This is going to open up. This is going to like activate like your third eye chakra, like it's going to grow. I love this for you. And this is something you do not see coming. So let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Cancer. Even if you currently have the telepathy between you and this person, and please excuse my voice, I'm recovering from losing my voice. But even if you already have this, the way it's going to intensify and grow, you're going to be like very taken back by it, very surprised by it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. So your advice, King of Wands, High Priestess. There's, I'm telling you, and 4 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. We have a pair here. So this is already your person. You already have them in your life, and it's a very spiritual connection. But again, maybe the spiritual connection between the two of you was a little stuck. You know, like it was there, but not really. Or there's going to be more of an ebb and flow now in terms of this connection between you and this individual. And I feel like it's going to be more telepathic. So if you have it, it's deepening. If you don't have it, it's coming. And if you don't have this person, you are meeting them. You're going to have to make yourself available to meet this person. But yeah, this is a relationship then that can actually go the distance. Like can go to marriage or whatever higher level of commitment means to you. Because again, the first thing I noticed was like 2 rings, almost like 2 wedding bands here. So that is what I have for you. A cleansing of a spiritual connection, or a very cleansing spiritual connection, is about to enter your life. So there's nothing you have to do here. Just let it all come. That is what I have for you, Cancer, at this time. That is your Lionsgate portal message. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out Patreon for some additional bonus content. And of course, check your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well. You are the star of the show, my darling, as the 8-8 portal is occurring in your sign, as it does every year. So let's see what the message has for you for August 2026, tapping into the Leo collective. What is their Lionsgate portal message at this time for the Leo collective? Okay, one more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay, your message, Leo. We have Nature Spirits, card number 39. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Stormy, card number 21. Okay. Why is Nature Spirits the message here for the Leo collective, for their Lionsgate portal message? Why is Nature Spirits their message at this time? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Justice, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Swords. So I feel like this is specific for those of you where you are currently having a stormy time, okay? And you could be very feeling either that you are trapped in this or you're just trapped thinking about this all the time. And this is in regards to some type of partnership here in your life, Justice to the Hierophant. So Libra is the house of partnerships, marriage, contracts, connections, relationships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. So this could be an issue you're currently having with someone who's very much part of like your inner circle, your friend circle, a family member, maybe like a group of family members. You could feel like it's a you versus them type of energy. For others of you, this could be someone that you are married to in the Hierophant energy, or again, maybe just have a higher level of commitment, and certainly could be in regards to work. Tell me about Justice here. Yeah, you might feel like this particular connection at this time is stuck. I noticed how your cards were just shuffling. So this could be like, I don't know what to do with my current place of employment, or I don't know what to do about finding a new place of employment, or maybe launching my own business, or you have a business, but you're not sure how to progress it forward. Like maybe you have the basics here, like kind of like down packed, but you want to expand it, Three of Wands, and you don't know how to do that. So take it how it resonates to you. That Hierophant is a connection in your life, or a way that you're currently making money, or a new way that you want to like make money. But with that Eight of Swords, it's almost like you're having a difficult time navigating. We'll just call it the connection, okay? Professional, platonic, or romantic. So tell me about Justice here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Justice is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Empress, again, more Libra energy, and the Wheel of Fortune, bottom of deck, King of Cups. So the feeling here is like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do about this job or this business or this, you know, family member, or again, maybe like a group of, I don't know why I keep hearing like group of family members. So for those of you where it's a family issue, it's more than one person here involved for most of you. And again, friend or a lover, but it's like, I don't know what to do with it. It's stormy, it's difficult. I don't know if I should fix it. Like, I don't know, Empress to the Wheel of Fortune, should I return to this and try to fix this? So we'll put it in context of work. You're currently employed. You're not particularly happy. You've had a very difficult, stormy time there at the current place of employment. Eight of Swords, you're very much up in your head. Do I try to make it work with the current employer or my supervisor, or maybe just the people in your department, right? Take it how it resonates to you. Or do I look for another job? So that Empress to the Wheel of Fortune is like the Three of Swords. I'm very disappointed in whomever, whatever this is. Something here needs to be corrected because it's currently stormy, but I don't know if I want to fix it with this entity, okay, with this person, with this connection, or should I just move forward? Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more information about who or what this is. One more shuffle. Thank you. Clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. So again, that feeling here is, I don't know if I should try to work it out with this person or these people, or should I just kind of like go my own way? and you're leaning on going your own way. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you energetically what's here. Nines are very individual. Ace of Cups would be new, and Chariot would be pivoting and then moving in the direction of the new. So it's like, do I make it work with this romantic partner, for example, or do I just become single, free, and independent, ground myself, or I get back to the basics, nature, spirits, ground myself, and then in time move forward and find a new love connection? Or do I try to make it work with this individual? Do I try to restore it or renew it? Most of you are leaning on the new again. So whether that's a job or a friend or a family member or a lover, you're leaning towards extricating yourself from it and moving in a new direction. And if you're a business owner, sorry for my voice. I lost my voice a couple of days ago. I was like slowly coming back. I wanted to do this reading for you on Monday. It's now Wednesday. So it's taken me a little bit to recover. But even as I was saying, like, even if you're your own business owner here, Empress to the Hierophant, this is something like the way I've been doing the business. I can't do it the same way. Like I have to reinvent it. I need to come up with a new idea. Three of Wands. Clarify the Three of Wands. Most of you are leaning, moving in a new direction. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Wands is clarified by, there's that Eight of Swords again, the Hermit, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom on the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So again, in regards to structure and stability, house, home, finances, your job, family. I'm getting a lot of family energy from this, or someone that you saw as family, like a romantic partner. But I feel like your message here at this time is to not do anything if you don't have to. Because by the time you get to Virgo season, which is only a couple weeks away, 2.5 weeks away, then you'll know how to proceed forward. So, I mean, if this is like an emergency type of situation and it's abusive and you need to move on from it and you're able to move on from it, then please, by all means, do that, regardless of what the hell a tarot reader on YouTube is telling you, myself included. But if you can hang tight just a little bit, I feel like the clarity you need is coming to you, but it's not going to come till Virgo season. I didn't draw extra cards for any of the other zodiac signs that I did before you, but I feel like you need a little bit more guidance here on this one. I want to know about the decision here. Can I get 3 cards on that Ace of Cups? One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Cups is clarified by Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Swords. You're going to know exactly what to do about this situation, environment, connection. Okay, let's call it. It is a connection, professional, platonic, or romantic, just as we're exiting Leo season. So again, if you can hang tight another 2-3 weeks, then you'll know exactly what you need to do. You're going to close out the month of August knowing what to do. So if you can kind of like hang in there for now, like you're protected. So I don't feel like this can get any worse than what it currently is, because I feel like you're protected right now. So if you can kind of like hunker down, hunker in, by the time you get to Virgo season, you'll know what to do. In the meantime, I would like spend time outdoors if you can. Now, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you can't do that, but you certainly can meditate, or you can go for a drive, again, if like the roads are clear. But there's something here about like just getting back to basics and nurture yourself, and then the clarity you need is coming to you. There could also be a conversation, Page of Swords, between you and this individual, this boss, this friend, this family member, this lover, just as you're entering Virgo season. So if you can hold off before them from doing anything, that's what I would do. So the Lion Gate portal message here is like, don't start anything new. Don't close out anything existing. Don't change anything up just yet. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, the Star, Two of Cups, again, in regards to this partnership, professional, platonic, or romantic, lovers, you're going to know exactly what to do in regards to it. 10 of Wands. I know right now it feels heavy and it feels burdensome. You don't know what to do about the job, the boss, again. And it could be like a big client, like especially if you're a business owner, you could have like a problem right now with a client. You're like, I don't know what to do. Do I drop them? Do I continue working with them? I just feel like the decision you need is coming, and then you'll be able to make the best decision for you. It might not necessarily be the best decision for whomever this is, but it will be the best decision for you. So if you can hang tight, look at that 10 of Wands, like clutching the 10 of Wands, there's that Ace of Cups. Yep, there goes that radical, oh, okay, now I know what to do. I know how to either make it work with this person, or I know how to pivot and move in another direction away from this person. I now know how to make it work with the current business model, or now I have a very solid idea on how I want to change it moving forward. So hang in there if you can. And for those of you where this is not like your own business, but you have another person here or people involved, there's a conversation occurring between now and the end of Leo season that'll give you the information you need to proceed forward. That is what I have for you. If you like this message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out Patreon if you're interested in some additional bonus content, and please check your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Let's get into your Lionsgate portal message here for the Virgo collective. What do they need to know at this time? What is their Lionsgate portal message? Please excuse the voice. If you didn't read the pinned comment, I lost my voice a couple days ago. It's slowly coming back, so I apologize for the sound. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you need to know at this time? Gratitude, card number 35. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Divinity, card number 20. Right behind Divinity, we have Earth. Okay. Gratitude, card number 35. Why is this the Lionsgate portal message here for the Virgo collective? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Sun card. And we have the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Wands. You have incoming communication in regards to a partnership here in your life. Now, this could be professional, platonic, or romantic. You can't see this yet in this Eight of Swords card, but there's information, communication, opportunity here coming in. Eight of Swords. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords is clarified by King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and the Hermit. That is you. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice. This is going to be one of those very specific messages. So if it's not yours, don't force it to fit. You certainly can take the parts that resonate, but if nothing here is aligning with what you're currently going through, don't force it. This has something to do with some type of legal contract here. I have Justice here. That is Libra energy. Libra is the house of relationships, marriage, partnerships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. I think you've been having a difficult time here with someone in your life. For a lot of you, this has gotten down to the point where like courts are involved. So it could be like mediators or attorneys, or you're waiting for a judge. Maybe you're filing paperwork or it's already been filed and you're waiting to hear like resolution or conclusion, something like that. I'm feeling like this is more like judge energy. Hierophant to the Justice card, 8 of Cups. This is a connection that is diverging. It's going on 2 separate paths. And there's something here where there's like legal involved. So even if like you're leaving a job, there's something legal here that has to be wrapped up. You have to give them your notice. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or they have to pay you for, you know, sick days or vacation time you didn't take. So I think this is something very specific for those of you where you are in the process of like exiting a difficult connection in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic. There's something legal in respect to this. Again, you're either waiting to like sever the financial contract, sever the employment contract, or you're waiting for something to play out in the courts. I feel like what you're not seeing is that the resolution is coming. I think you can't see it now. Like, oh, when is this just going to be over with? I feel like there's resolution here. So you're giving your notice. They're telling you what they're going to do for you on the way out, whether it's a severance package, like I said, or pay you for stuff that, you know, they owe you, sick days, vacation days. And for others of you, if there's any other type of like something legal here or court related, and you've been waiting, you're waiting to see how is this going to progress, or you're waiting for a conclusion to it. I feel like it's getting wrapped up by the time we end Leo season. Tell me about the Sun card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Sun is clarified by the world. Yeah, it's going to be over by the end of Leo season. The Magician, that's another major arcana card of yours. You're ruled by Mercury, and it's communication. And again, we have Leo season here with the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Swords. So something here is wrapping up for you. It's closing up. It has been a difficult cycle here with whomever this individual or group of people are. Again, friends, family, could be a lover, a marital partner who's soon to become an ex. For others of you, this is like work related, like you have like an employment contract, something like that. Something here is concluding. You are receiving information of that conclusion by the time we get to the end of Leo season, just as we're entering Virgo season. So by the time we're in the first week of your season, if you're a Virgo sun sign, this is when you're getting the information. And there's almost this feeling of gratitude, like, oh, thank God it's over, right? The issue I had with this person or this employer, it's over. I can move towards a new job. Or I'm so glad this court situation is over. Now I can focus on other things in my life. There's a feeling of gratitude that this is over. Ace of Cups, tell me about the new here. One more shuffle. And it's almost like, notice like the bird here, like for me, birds are messengers. So it's like you receive this message about this concluding, wrapping up, and you're already holding on to the new. You're like, okay, this job is closing out. Here's the new job. This relationship is closing out. Now I get to focus on myself. Oh, I got whatever it is, a response here from the courts about something. Now I know what to do. I feel like this is a moment you're going to feel like, thank God it's over. I don't know why I keep getting that. I'm sorry if you're the cross justice. I told you. There's something here legal wrapping up. 6 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. It's done, my friend, and the Moon, and you don't see this coming. Even if you know that it's happening, you could feel like, oh, this court case is going to take forever. This divorce is going to take forever. This employer is going to take forever to tell me what they're paying me in terms of severance or vacation days or sick days. There's a feeling here like, I think it's going to take a lot longer. Some of you think this might take a couple of months. I think by the end of, like I said, Leo season, getting into your season, that's what you're not seeing. Remember I said you're going to feel relieved? Look at that 3 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. It's like, oh, so glad that's over. Now I can move forward with the rest of my life. Divinity. I feel like you're protected. Behind Divinity, we have Earth and we have Courage. It took a lot for you to deal with this, okay? To close this out, to deal with all the difficulties here. But you're going to come back home. You're coming back home to yourself in the face of this this ending, and it's going to feel really good. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So if you're wondering, is this wrapping up? Am I going to hear back? The answer here is yes, by the end of Leo season. 3 cards of advice here, please, for Virgo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. King of Cups, 5 of Wands, the conflict here that you had, Wheel of Fortune, it's coming to an end. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Hang tight, stay grounded for now. But the conflict, the competition, the clashing of egos, the fighting, whatever's been occurring here, at this time, all you need to do is to stay grounded and to stay very emotionally calm and emotionally balanced. This cycle here is wrapping up. It's coming to an end. And when it does, it's like the universe is going to open up for you more opportunities, more options, more experiences that will bring you the joy and happiness that you deserve. So hang tight. The difficult time here is almost over. And in the interim, just try to stay grounded and focus on taking care of yourself. I'm going to estimate resolution here within the next 4 weeks. That is what I have for you, Virgo. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon if you are looking for some additional bonus content. And please check your other placements, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look now at your Lionsgate portal message. And please excuse my voice. I lost my voice a couple of days ago. It's slowly coming back now. So tapping into the Libra collective now. What is their Lionsgate portal message for the Libra collective? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have air. Well, you are an air sign, card number 28. And at the bottom of the deck, we have fire, card number 27. Okay. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Tell me more about this here, please, for Libra. And the reason why I said Scorpio there, if you're wondering, why did you say Scorpio? They're not an air sign or a fire sign. I immediately thought Mars when I saw that fire, and Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. It's modern, it's Pluto, but traditionally they were ruled by, I was going to say by fire. Yeah, by fire, by Mars, and that's why I immediately thought of them. Tell me more about this here, please, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is air card number 28? Now, interesting, we have 28 and 27. So August 27th or August 28th could be pivotal days here for you this month. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the World. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. So there's a new beginning here for you after an ending in your life, whether that occurred in your career and finance. Maybe some of you have relocated. That's quite possible. The World card could talk about travel or relocation. It's possible some of you had a relationship here end on you, like with a friend, a family member, or a lover. Tell me about that World card. Something here is closing out. Something new is coming in. Okay. One more shuffle. Thank you. The World is clarified by Justice. That's your major arcana card. Page of Pentacles and the Empress. That's another major arcana card that you have. Now you're ruled by Venus, and Venus is about to enter your sign where it will be exalted, and it's going to make you feel really freaking good in the wake of this ending, this job ending, this relationship ending, whatever it has been for you. Maybe a marriage, a divorce, Justice, right, to the World card. Whatever it is for you, it's almost like a breath of fresh air, similar to what I was saying to Virgo, except they're waiting on an ending, and I feel like your ending has already occurred. So there's a new opportunity here now coming for you in the wake of this ending. So you'll receive communication, air, right? Rules communication. So there's some type of communication or offer, and it's being given to you in the face of this ending, in the wake of this ending. Five of Cups. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. This is like all hope is not lost. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Cups is clarified by Five of Swords. Lord. 5 Wands, 555. There's an angel number for you. Oh, Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Swords. Okay, Libra, I got to be honest with you. There's a clash here with someone, and it's coming soon. You have a clash here with someone, and it's someone that was part of this old chapter of your life or whatever's closed out for you. So I'm not one of those tarot readers. I'm not fear-mongering. If you've seen me before, welcome back. If you're new, hi. It's nice to have you here. But there's a conversation here that gets a little out of control here with someone. And it's someone who's part of a chapter that's closing out. So maybe you go to give your notice to the boss and, you know, crap hits the fan type of thing. You could be trying to reopen communication with a friend or a family member that, again, as part of the last chapter, you haven't had much to do with this person. And now you're trying to open up communication. It starts off small, and then there's like fire, explosive, right? Explosive dialogue. I feel like this is happening in the energy of the new moon in Leo. So I have a twofold message for you. On the heels of something ending, you have a new opportunity, and that's beautiful. And I didn't pull cards for any of the other signs except for Leo. So I'm going to pull cards, extra cards for you to see what the new opportunity is. But in addition to that, there's something explosive here occurring with someone in your life. And I feel like it's happening in the energy of the new moon in Leo. Nine of Pentacles. I'm being told to take it. We're going to take it. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have King of Cups. So whoever this person is, this friend, this family member, this lover, possibly even like an employer that you're giving notice to, this person is either part of the last chapter, meaning you have not talked to them since, or they're quickly becoming part of the last chapter. Either way, there's communication between you and this person in the energy of the new moon in Leo. There's a clash during this communication. Your decision here, and don't ever allow me or any other tarot reader to tell you what to do. It seems to be here that this gets so heated and so confrontational that you decide to walk away from this person. So if you've walked away from them already, but you're trying to have some cordial conversation, this just solidifies for you in that Nine of Pentacles why you stopped talking to this person to begin with, or why you left the job already. So let me put in context of work. You left an employer, but there's still a little unfinished business. Maybe they owe you for vacation days or sick days or severance pay, something like that. You get this new job opportunity, you're very happy, but because you have unfinished business with the current employer, you got to talk to them. And there's a lie here. You know that, example, they owe you 3 weeks of vacation for a time, you know, that you didn't take off. And they're saying to you, nope, it's only a week and a half. This could get so heated that you're like, you know what? For a second there, I felt bad. 5 of Cups, I felt bad leaving your company and going towards this other company. But now that I see how you're trying to cheat me out of time that is mine, money that is mine, this is like, now I know why I'm leaving your company, or that I left your company in the past. So there's heated communication. And like I said, this could be a friend, a family member, maybe even an ex, that for whatever reason you need to converse with them. Page of Swords was at the bottom of the deck before, and something small here is said, and it just kind of like, you know, this is like something small becomes very large, and you're just like, this is why you're out of my life. I don't know why I gave this a second chance or a second opportunity. So I would expect a heated argument with this person in the energy of the new moon in Leo. I also want you to pin in your calendar August 27th and 28th, because you also have communication here, Page of Pentacles, some type of financial offer opportunity. Okay, could be a job, a loan comes in for you. Ace of Pentacles, did you see how that came out? So again, it could be you're waiting for a loan, the loan comes through. Waiting for a credit card, it comes through. You're waiting for a grant, maybe to go back to school, it comes through. So something, a new job opportunity, okay? Something financial, I knew it was tangible in nature. Around 27th, 28th comes in for you. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles. This is going to improve your financial standing. So again, it's a job, or it's a new way to make money, maybe a side gig for those of you looking for that. I just see like right now, you're very burdened financially, if this is your message. So that new opportunity comes in on the 27th or the 28th of this month. It's going to help you improve your current financial situation. I would definitely, unfortunately, anticipate a heated conversation here with someone as well. One has nothing to do with the other. This isn't like you're getting a new job opportunity and on day one you're fighting with your boss. No, this is a totally different energy here. I'm going to get you 2 sets of advice. I didn't do that for anyone else, but I feel like you're going to need it. So first I want to get you 3 cards for the new opportunity coming in. 3 cards of advice here for the Libra collective in regards to this financial opportunity. Now, if you're going through a financial difficulties right now, this could even be someone offering to loan you money or gift you money to get you out of a financial jam as well. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice here, Ace of Swords, everything I said is the truth. So the financial relief that you need is coming in. Okay, Queen of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. You can't make it up, bottom of that King of Wands. So someone's going to extend this to you. It could be a family member. It doesn't have to be. But someone here is extending to you offer or opportunity here to make money, to give you money, or like I said, maybe even to like approve you for some type of grant or loan or credit that you have applied to. So that's coming in by the end of the month. 3 cards of advice here for this very heated conversation. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Magician, mercurial energy, Mercury rules communication. 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Don't feed it. Don't feed the fire, Wheel of Fortune. This is a repetitive cycle with this individual. So this is not your first time at the rodeo with them, unfortunately. You don't have to feed this fire. You're better off taking your energy and pivoting and putting it towards something creative or fun, or your new job, or painting, or some type of creative project. You don't have to go to bat, go to war with this person. You have absolutely nothing to prove to them. That's what I was just told to tell you that. So that is what I have for you, Libra. That is your Lionsgate portal message at this time. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out Patreon if you're interested in some additional bonus content, and please check your other placements. And so I read for you again. Good luck with this, and congratulations on that. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon babies, Rising, as well as Venus. I hope you're well. Let's dive now into your Lionsgate portal message. I do want to apologize for my voice. I'm sorry. I lost it 2 days ago, slowly getting it back, so I apologize for the sound. But let's get into your message now. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is their Lionsgate portal message here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Shadow, card number 43. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Trust, card number 16. Oh, Scorpio's favorite word, trust. Tell me why Shadow here is the Lionsgate portal message here for the Scorpio collective. Why is Shadow their message? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Cups, Page of Cups, Strength card, bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. I believe you are receiving an apology here from someone who you lost faith in or you lost trust in them. There's a trust deficit in a connection between you and someone else. This could be you and your boss, you and your supervisor, you and your neighbor, you and your client, you and your landlord, you with a friend or a family member or a lover. Okay, there's been a severance of trust in a connection because someone was acting in their shadow. Someone was showing up in their shadow, and there's now an apology coming in Lionsgate, Strength card, Lionsgate here. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Yeah. Two of Cups. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? Someone's going to acknowledge how they betrayed your trust, or they ruined your trust, or they lost your trust, or they're acknowledging something here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Cups is clarified by Three of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Death card. So I feel like this is a connection here that you had in your life. You were actively working on building something here with this person, building a business, building a clientele list, you know, building a friendship, nurturing a family connection, building a romantic partnership. You chose to engage in this connection at this level with this individual. And it made you very happy to connect with this person. Like when it was good, it was great. When it was bad, it was terrible. It was terrible because they were operating in their shadow. Now, maybe you were operating in your shadow too, okay? It's general collective reading. But Page of Cups, you are receiving an apology here. Tell me about the Page of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Cups is clarified by Knight of Cups. So you get the message, the messenger. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And you have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the bottom of that King of Cups. So you are receiving an apology here from someone. It's not just, I'm sorry. It is an, I'm sorry, I sabotaged this. This is what I did. This is full acknowledgement. This is almost like begging for your forgiveness. Begging for your forgiveness. Admitting someone saw their shadow side and they're coming to tell you about it. That's what you don't see coming. Strength card. One more shuffle. Thank you. My nose just got super, super itchy. Strength card. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Wands. I'm so sorry. And the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Pentacles. You have a decision here to make when this comes in. You can accept this person's apology and like integrate or reintegrate them back into your life. Or you can accept the apology and say thank you, but I no longer want to be friends with you, or I no longer want to work with you or work for you, or I don't want to be in this romantic partnership with you. So Page of Wands, when that comes in, Knight of Swords, you're going to have to respond to their Knight of Cups. So I would expect an apology here from someone who's finally recognizing their shadow side, how they sabotage something here with you. You have trust, you have friendship, and you have Death card. So for some of you, maybe this was a romantic partnership and this person friend zoned you, or they pushed you away and it caused you to friend zone them. It could actually be a friend here in your life, but there was an ending. Either the type of connection we had shifted and changed, like went from lovers to friends, or the friendship itself came to an end. Something transformed, and not in a good way. It made you lose trust in this individual. We have new life, we have air, and we have nature spirits. So this person, again, you can communicate back. I have a new life now. It doesn't include you, but thank you for the closure. Thank you for the apology. Thank you for seeing your shadow side. Or you can choose to bring some new breath or new life into this relationship. Like now you're going to do it differently. But there's still a trust deficit here that needs to be worked on. It's not like this person comes in and admits this and 5 minutes later, whether you want to restart this or not, it's not like 5 minutes later, all the trust has been built back up. Whatever they did here was a significant loss of trust because they were acting in their shadow. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So that, my love, is what you don't see coming. 3 cards of advice here, please, for the Scorpio collective. We have the Sun, again, Leo, right? Lionsgate energy, Queen of Cups, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And the Hermit, Virgo energy, bottom of deck, 6 of Pentacles. When you receive this information, this apology, this clarification, this closure, you don't have to do anything immediately. Hermit energy. This is a simple thank you. I need to think about it, because you need to go within and you need to decide, can trust be restored here? Is that even something you want to work on with this person? And the only way you're going to be able to give a legitimate answer, one that you really like, you're going to be able to believe in and go, yeah, I want to do this, or no, I don't want to do this, is if you take the time to go within. So I feel like you are receiving this by August 12th, by the time we close out this portal. But you might need a couple of weeks. You might need till you get to Virgo season to have a definite answer for the person. And I would just tell you to take all the time you need to decide whether or not you want to allow this person to come back into your life, and at where. Maybe this is a lover and you're like, thank you for the apology, but moving forward, friendship, we can only be friends. And maybe that's a decision here for some of you. So take it how it resonates. Someone who wronged you because they leaned into their shadow is coming back around again. There's an admission here of what they did. There's an apology as well. And then it's up to you what you're going to do with this person moving forward. And like I said, take all the time you need. Some of you will need 2 or 3 weeks to kind of mull it over, think it over. So if you need till Virgo season to decide that, that's what you do. We have the 2 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Cups, and we have the Hangman. You take all the time you need so you can make a decision that is best for you. Chariot, you know what direction you're moving in and if this person is part of that next chapter of your life or not. So I think the biggest question you have to ask yourself is, can I ever trust this person again? And that's only going to come with time. So you're going to need some time to think about this. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check us over on, check us out over on Patreon for some additional bonus content. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Until I read for you again, good luck. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump into your Lionsgate portal message. I do want to apologize for my voice. I lost my voice a couple of days ago. It's slowly coming back now, so I apologize for the sound. What does Sagittarius need to know for their Lionsgate portal message for August 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Stormy, card number 21. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Growth, card number 15. Okay. Why is Stormy the Lionsgate portal message here for the Sagittarius collective? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. So I feel like the new moon in Leo might be pivotal for you this month, if not the full moon in Pisces that we're having later on in the month. Let's see where we go with this message. Clarify the Seven of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Swords is clarified by Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. I get the feeling here that you are or you will be severely disappointed with someone here in your life. I can read this a couple of different ways. Nine of Pentacles to the Seven of Swords. This is someone who took advantage of your kindness, took advantage of your financial resources, took advantage of your energy, took advantage of your groundedness. This could have been someone who lied to you or tricked you to get something from you, maybe on like a false promise. So this is someone who sees you maybe as Nine of Pentacles, being abundant and wealthy. They may have asked for a loan, or they're about to ask for a loan. Okay, take it how it resonates to you. But the intention here is to not pay you back, or they're lying about why they need the money. So for some of you, that Seven of Swords and Nine of Pentacles is someone took advantage of your financial resources. If you are in a committed partnership with this individual, this could be someone who, when they're with you, they act as if they are coupled. But when they're not with you, Seven of Swords and Nine of Pentacles, they act as if they're single, because Nine of Pentacles is a very singular energy. So whether this is the friend or family member who borrowed money from you or is about to ask you for money and really has no intention of paying you back, and on top of that, they're lying about why they even need it. And I say that because we have the Five of Cups to that Five of Wands. So with that Seven of Swords, there's a lot of deception here when it comes to why they're asking for the money. And also, they already know their intention is not to pay you back. So for some of you, it's someone who just took advantage of you financially or is about to. This could even be the boss that promises you the raise or has been promising you a raise. They have no intention of making good on it. And if it's a partner, it's quite possible here that this is someone who, when they're not with you, they're out and about acting as if they are single. Other than that, there's no other way that I can read these energies. I'm just channeling the messages that I'm receiving. So if none of those apply to you, then it's simply not your reading. Don't force it. But there's definitely someone here, if this is your reading, taking advantage of your good nature. If this person is not borrowing money from you with the intent to not pay you back, then this could be someone who uses their financial status to keep you entrapped. So keep that in mind as well. This is a spouse who says, you don't need a job, I can take care of you. Meanwhile, they are King of Swords to that Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Wands. This would be someone who's highly narcissistic and uses their financial resources to keep you trapped in a relationship. So whether someone's taking advantage of you, of your time and talent, money, using their money to control you, or acting like they're single out and about, you either have just dealt with this person, stormy, and you're coming through it, or you are in the thick of it right now. Whether you went through it in the past or you're going through it right now, the Eight of Swords tells me you're still trying to process what this person did. And you're still also trying to process like if they're doing it now. So there seems to be like a why me? Why did some of you could feel targeted by this person because you're starting to see them clearly. And I think that's what's happening here. I think the fog is lifting. When it's stormy out, typically, at least where I live here in the Northeast, it gets very foggy. In fact, just the other day, we just had a torrential thunderstorm, and it still was very foggy, and there was so much humidity in the air. I could not even see my neighbor across the street, and I live on a very small one-lane little road here in the historic district of my town. So for some of you, and I'm noticing in that Seven of Swords, like it's very cloudy. You can, foggy, you can barely see the house, the peak of the house back here. So the feeling here is like there's still, I don't understand why this person did this to me or why they're currently doing this to me. And I think on the conscious, but most likely subconscious level, you can't seem to break that. Subconsciously, you're still trying to figure out, did this person intend to do this? Were they targeting me? You're trying to understand why me. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords is clarified by the Lovers. Why did they choose me to do this to? And now maybe for some of you it was a lover, but I'm seeing this more like you trying to figure out, why did they do this to me? Like, I'm a good person. Why did they take advantage of me at work? Why did they ask to borrow money knowing, first lying about why they needed it, and then second, knowing they were never going to pay it back, but knowing that I need it. I work hard for my money. Or, there's something like that here at play. Why would they want me as their lover if when I'm not with them, they're acting as if they're single? And if they have money, why would they use that to try to imprison me or stifle my growth? Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Well, the clarity you seek is coming. And maybe, whether it happened in the past or it's happening now, you're still processing it, and it's taking it's very like mentally taxing for you here. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, that Eight of Swords to the Lovers. Again, it's like, why did they choose me? You feel like you were targeted, and I'm here to tell you that you were. Now, I don't think that this person picked you out of a lineup, went through a list of family and friends and said, who can I screw over and borrow money from, never pay back. I don't think this person looked across a crowded room and said, let me find the person that I can make them fall in love with me, and then I'll use money, you know, as a leverage over them, or I'm going to cheat on them behind their back. That's not what I mean by that. What I mean by this is this person was a teacher. The King of Swords in the deck that I use for you, without me reading King of Swords on the bottom, I often confuse it with the Hermit because of the cloak that this person is wearing. So I feel like this person was a teacher or is a teacher to you. Their intended purpose here in your life, I said person, so the intended reason for them to be in your life, I think, was for you to grow, and for you to heal an aspect here of yourself. Right behind that, we have time, which is Saturn, and unfortunately, Saturn is about hard lessons. Tell me about this teacher. They don't have to be an air sign. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The King of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Star, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Wands. So your victory over this is recognizing that this person, and I know that this is really terrible when you're going through it, because I've gone through it. I'm 52 years old, so I've gone through this with friends and family members and lovers, and I'm divorced, as most of you know. So I've had a lot of different experiences in my life. To be able to say to you, it's very easy to just point to this person, especially in the tarot community, and be like, that's a narc, or that was a narcissist. I think the victory over this is relabeling this person as a teacher. And I know that that's really difficult to do when someone is taking advantage of you. But if you can look at them as a teacher, then you can reframe the narrative to that you were not a victim, you were a student. And now that you have learned all that you needed to learn from this person, you no longer need them in your life. Once you like graduate high school or graduate college, you don't have to keep showing up. You got the diploma, you've got the degree, you've got the credits, you know what I mean? And so there was an aspect here within yourself that this person, again, whatever it was here that they taught you to be more discreet with who you're dating, to maybe be more discreet, to not let everyone know how much money you have or don't have, to be more independent, Nine of Pentacles, so you are not financially reliant on another who may prey upon you. To be a little bit more discerning with lovers, to ensure that you're not entering connections with someone who may triangulate you, and when you realize that they are, to trust your intuition and to walk away. So whatever those, however this person was a teacher to you, like in whatever scenarios those fit for you, don't see it as a victim. See yourself as a student. They were a really difficult teacher, don't get me wrong, but this is how you can have victory over this person, whether you're still with them or not with them. If you're still with them, I suggest that you find a way, in a healthy and safe way, to disentangle yourself from this person. But if you're no longer, I'm going to give this message to you in two different groups. If you're no longer with this person, or you're already in the process of disassociating yourself from them, see it more as really hard effing teacher, but I was a good student. I passed the class. I learned everything I had to learn from this soulmate connection, this teacher-student connection. And now I can have victory over this, because that Six of Wands is like graduation day. I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to go back to that person, and I can continue on my path to disengage from them. If you're in the thick of it, see it as you now can create a plan to move on from this person, to find another job, to never loan this person money again, to maybe stop being their friend, to get a divorce. Like, I don't know who this person is to you, but there's something here as seeing, like, it's like when you're in senior year of high school, and you start very early on, most of us anyway, start thinking about what are we doing post high school, and you start looking at colleges, and some people start doing that even junior year. But that's what I'm if you're in the thick of it, this is more like seeing it like, okay, I know that this is wrapping up, so now I need to start making plans to exit it. But I think changing the narrative from narcissist and victim to teacher and student, that is your Six of Wands. That is your moment of victory. I also think that you will be gaining clarity on that. So I think that's a clarity that's coming to you during this portal. I didn't pull extra cards for many of the other signs, but this is a heavy reading. And so I just want to pull a couple of cards on you about that student-teacher message that I received for you. Can I get 3 cards for the student-teacher message, please? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Phoenix. That's like graduation day. Wheel of Fortune, moving forward. Queen of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Strength. So this person taught you so many things, like now that you're being reborn from this, if you will, rising from the ashes in the next chapter of your life. Wheel of Fortune out as you move forward. Queen of Pentacles, you will, 1, nurture yourself better. 2, you will be more cautious about your financial resources. You're not going to allow people to take advantage of you. You will become more financially independent, so you will not be prey to another teacher like this who may use money to leverage over you. You'll also be looking for a long-term committed partnership. For those of you where this was someone who pretended to be, you know, coupled with you, but when they were out and about, they were acting like 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, like they were single. So moving forward, you're going to have higher standards for a mate, for a life mate. You will be looking for your match, you know, queen to queen or king to king, queen to king. I don't read body parts, but you know what I mean. You're looking for your match, which energetically in tarot would be now the King of Pentacles, not the King of Swords. All right, let's get you some advice here. We have Strength, which during this whole set of readings, I've been seeing as the Lion's Gate card. I mean, that is Leo energy. So I think that's what's coming to you, is the clarity to make the judgment call, to reverse the script, reverse the narrative, or change it, if you will, and see this person as a teacher, yourself as a student. That's how you claim victory over this. This is how you no longer, because when we title someone a certain you know, word like narcissist or, you know, an abuser. And I'm not saying that they're not, but it automatically then means that we're the victim. And and that can put us in a really depressive state, because again, you're wondering, why me? Why did they pick me? And there's a lot of mental fatigue that comes from that. And I think just seeing it differently, more from the spiritual realm as teacher student, I think that changes it for you. And I think then you could find victory in, I passed the karmic test, right? Graduation day, and now I get to move on. Now I get to take all of these lessons and move forward, just like you would in high school, just like you would in college or university. You can consider this even like on-the-job training in terms of work. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, please. I think your reading is the longest, but I think it needed to be. 3 cards of advice here for Sag. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Wands, 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Again, so there's something here about pushing back on the narrative of, you know, the victimizer, the abuser and the victim. I think you need to push back, 7 of Wands, on that, because that is not actually spiritually what was happening here. And I think if you can push back on that and change the narrative, student, teacher, that's what your advice here is telling you to do, then you can drop the wands that you've been carrying. That 10 of Wands to the 8 of Swords, you no longer have to spend endless hours or days or weeks or years consciously and subconsciously thinking about why. That is your why. This was your karmic test, and now you've passed the test. The Lovers, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. It enables you now to move forward, to take all the skills, Magician, all those aces, all the skills you learned from this situation, environment, or connection, and you'll be able to move forward now in your life, opening up your heart and utilizing your skills to get what it is that you actually now need and want. Because now that you've learned the lesson, you can attract something better. You can attract your equal in business and finance, when it comes to friends, and especially when it comes to romantic partners. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. That is your Lionsgate portal message. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Join us over on Patreon for some additional bonus content if you wish. And as always, and check your other placements. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And Astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a triple eight alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26, and then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right into your Lionsgate portal message. Please excuse the voice. I lost my voice a few days ago, and it is slowly coming back. So tapping into the Capricorn collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is their Lionsgate portal message for the Capricorn collective? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have Shift, card number 9. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Truth, card number 25. Some of you could be a life path 9. So tell me why Shift is the Lionsgate portal message here for the Capricorn collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 5 of Wands, and we have the Emperor. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles. This disagreement, this argument that you appear to be having with an individual. Now, these readings tend to be specific, so if there's not someone currently in your life that you are at odds with, and it could be one person or a group of people, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, then this just isn't your reading, and don't force it to fit. But this is for those of you where there has been conflict or a conflict, competition, discord, some type of grievance here has occurred between you and this individual. And there's a truth here. You either want to acquire the truth from this person, or you want to speak your truth to this person. I feel like what's happening here, if we look at that 5 of Wands, everyone's fighting, like winner takes all. But look at the shift. And the first thing I saw was not just the bow tie, but it looks like two people speaking to one another. Okay, all right, if a 3-year-old drew it with a crayon, but you can see what I mean. It's like we have to like meet in the middle, or we have to like speak face to face. So if this is your message, I think that there is something here. And when I put the card down, I put it upside down. Interesting. So I think there's a need here, if this is your message, to speak face to face with this individual. Again, either to ask them some questions in order to gain the truth from them, or to speak your truth to them. And right behind truth, we have growth, and then we have divine feminine. You could be the divine feminine, maybe this person is, or maybe it will require you, regardless of your gender or how you identify, to step into your feminine energy, because we all embody both. But there is something here, like this would be an exercise for you in terms of growing your soul, maybe getting out of your comfort zone and having a conversation about something. See, in the Six of Pentacles, these individuals are down here and this person's up here. So it's like you can't allow this person to like talk down to you, or maybe you're talking down to them. Instead, we need to be more like equal, facing one another. Otherwise, there's just yelling, right? If you're looking down at someone or they're looking down at you. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower, the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So it's interesting because the Magician is Mercury that rules Virgo and Gemini, and they are all about the details and the truth, getting to the root cause of something. And then when we look at the Tower is, if you look at astrologically, what the tarot cards are ruled by, a lot of the tarot card deck creators say that this is Mars. And it kind of makes sense, right? Mars rules Aries. Mars is the former ruler of Scorpio. So then we see this big bang, fiery exchange here, or something that's like an upheaval of sorts that will dramatically transform or end a situation. But lately, I've been seeing it as Uranus. And that rules Aquarius, but it's also the higher octave of Gemini. And so I feel like there's a need here for you to communicate that Eight of Wands that you've been carrying. Now you're either carrying it because these are words that you need to say to someone, or you're carrying the emotional strain because you're wondering, is this person telling you the truth? Okay, there's a need here for you to actually communicate it. Now what I find interesting in the Eight of Pentacles in the deck that I use for you, although this person seems to be scribing on a pentacle, or like carving into the pentacle or chiseling it, the first thing I thought of was a pen. So I feel like for those of you where you can talk to this person or group of people face to face, then I think it's important for you to do that. Because face to face, you can see body movements, you're locking eyes, they're hearing your tone, you're hearing their tone, and you can have a much more grounded approach to the conversation to acquire the truth from this person, or to speak your truth to them. And for those of you where you're like, I do have all of these unanswered questions, or I am carrying all of this grief here, but I'm no longer in contact with this person, or I no longer want to be in contact with this person, then I would write a letter to this person, not with the intention of mailing it to them, with the intention of discarding it. Either you're writing it in a journal and it's done and over with, or you're writing a letter and then you're doing some kind of like full moon release ritual where you are releasing it. But that seems to be what is required here. So for some of you where, again, you don't want to talk to this person, I understand. And again, Lover's card, Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is communication. So if you want to resolve this with this person or these people and they're in your life, your message here for Lionsgate Portal is a face-to-face discussion. If you don't want to bother with them, then I would write a letter that you never intend to send. But it's like once you put it on paper, then it's done and over with. You can plant it in the ground. You can safely burn it. There are a lot of different release rituals or full moon rituals you can look up online, or even on my website if you want, to get an idea on how to release it. Five of Wands. Tell me about the conflict here. Discord, competition, winning at all costs. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords. Whether this person is still in your life or not, whether you want them to be in your life or not, the feeling here seems to be, although you are progressing forward since whatever occurred here between you and them, there's also a part of you that is still looking back, even if it's just being done on a subconscious level. And I think what you keep revisiting, subconsciously speaking, is, I really wish I would have said this to this person. Ever have like an argument or a disagreement with someone, and it's only after the fact, sometimes days, weeks, months, even years later, you're like, I wish I would have said this to them. So it could be for some of you that sort of like consciously or subconsciously looking back at a conversation or an exchange you had and wishing you could have spoken your truth, wishing you would have said more. If that's your story, I think between now and August 12th, it'll be ideal for you to actually like write the letter, not intending to mail it to the person, but almost like replaying it, what you would have said, if you could relive that moment, right? If we can get into a time machine and go back, what would you have said? And for others of you, you're still engaging with this person or these people, but you're still carrying the emotional weight because there's something you need to say or some questions you have. And you might be proceeding forward in your life, and this person, you're still in contact with them, but again, there's a truth that needs to be spoken. So either way, I feel like you need to get it out. The questions, the anxiety, the fears, the feelings, maybe even the resentment for what they did. But I think you have to shift. I don't think you can hold on to this anymore. I think it needs to be released. The Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Emperor is clarified by Temperance, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Bottom of deck, Eight of Wands. Whether you want to continue engaging with this person or these people or not, because some of you are like, hell no, happened 20 years ago. I would never contact that person again. It's fine. No, this is not telling you you have to contact this person or you have to mail them a letter or anything like that. But what this does by doing this, okay, by writing the letter that you end up doing a release ritual on, or you're having the conversation, it allows you to heal. Because you're finally getting off your chest and off your tired mind and off your, wounded heart, everything you wanted to say, everything you wanted to ask. It puts the control back in your hands. Because as long as you're moving along in life, whether they're part of it or not, if consciously or subconsciously you're always being brought back, you're never truly healed. It's almost like the wound someone just keeps picking on the scab. So Temperance would be a way for you to alchemize this energy, to kind of like expel it out of your body, or to confront this person with what they did. And then it's like that Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, then you're able to walk away from all of this like mental anguish that you've been holding on to. So I feel like if you do this within the next 8 days, either have the conversation, plan to have the conversation, or write that letter and do a release ritual, I feel like it shifts the energy for you. I think it puts you in the driver's seat, and I think it enables you to move forward and move on from the disagreement or the resentment or the pain or the hurt that you've been holding on to since this person did this to you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So this is how you can shift this for yourself, is by confronting the truth. Three cards of advice here, please, for the Capricorn collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, all that stuff, right? Ten of Pentacles, abundance, Hermit, silence. That's also Virgo energy, ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules communication. So all that stuff you've been wanting to ask, or you should have asked, or you've been wanting to say, or you should have said, it's time to release it. Look at that Emperor. It's time to take control back. And like I said, release it. So Eight of Cups, you can be emotionally as well as psychologically free from holding on to that pain or the trauma or the questions or for the words left unsaid. That is what I have for you, my love. That is your Lionsgate portal message. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Join us over on Patreon if you are interested in some additional bonus content. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, you know, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Let's dive right into your Lionsgate portal message. I do want to apologize for my voice. I lost my voice a few days ago. It's slowly coming back, so I'm trying to speak softer and slower just because my vocal cords are really strained and it hurts. So if you need to speed up this reading or adjust the sound, use that gear icon or the volume setting to do that. Let's tap into the Aquarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is their Lionsgate portal message for the Aquarius collective? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your message, we have growth, card number 15. And at the bottom of the deck, we have lucky, card number 47. Tell me why growth is the Lionsgate portal message here for the Aquarius collective. Something is about to expand in your life. Notice like the circles getting bigger and bigger. And then we have the lucky card. Oh, look at that. New life and release. And right behind that, we have relief. So there is relief coming to you. So your new chapter, post-portal, will be lucky for you. Something here is about to grow or expand. Tell me more about growth here for the Aquarius collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August 2026. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the potential to grow and expand and get to the Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. There's your lucky, there's your victory, there's your Leo energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So you are currently experiencing, whether you realize it or not, the ability to really manifest this new job, new relationship, or growth in a relationship, new housing situation, whatever this opportunity here is for you, however you define it. You really have the ability here to manifest it. So it's a very lucky, very auspicious time here for the Aquarius collective. Tell me more about that Ace of Pentacles. It's like whatever you set your mind to, your intention to, and you put some real pentacle effort, Knight of Pentacles, you create the plan, you create the strategy, and you stay committed to this, you're guaranteed success. Six of Wands with whatever this is. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Fool. Well, there's your new life, new chapter, new beginning. The Fool, the Eight of Cups, walking towards the Ninth Cup, and then the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, this is growth in a romantic partnership. This could be growth in terms of manifesting and creating for yourself the type of financial opportunity you need that will also be like emotionally pleasing to you. So 8 of Cups to that Ace of Pentacles could be you're not currently happy with your current place of employment, but you can very quickly now, if you put your mind to it and a little bit of effort there in that Knight of Pentacles, you can create for yourself a new financial opportunity, like a new job opportunity. And for others of you, this very well could be love related. Knight of Pentacles. I think your Lionsgate portal message is be very mindful of your thoughts between now and August 12th, because whatever you set your mind to with a little bit of effort, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of careful planning, it will be yours. Knight of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The strategy, the plan, 4 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. Well, there's your new life card. So whatever it is here that you are moving towards in the next chapter, it does require you to leave something behind, but that's natural, right? Well, we have an ending for a new beginning, or a new beginning on the heels of an ending, however you want to look at it. So this would be, I'm not happy with my current place of employment. 8 of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. I want a new job opportunity. I want a job that has the potential to grow, right? To get to the 10 of Pentacles, not just in terms of money, but in terms of the duration of how long I could be there. And I want it to be a job that I love, Queen of Cups. And so with a little bit of effort, you will be able to create this opportunity for yourself. Page of Swords, inquiring on a new, financial employer. And then that 4 of Cups to the 10 of Swords, you're able to move on from the job that just wasn't emotionally or financially, maybe even both, fulfilling you. This would be the same thing now in terms of our relationship. You're currently in a relationship where it's just not going the distance. We're stuck at the Ace of Pentacles. You may desire the 10, but it's not getting there, or it's emotionally depleting you. You have the ability now to, I'm not saying quickly manifest a new lover. I do think there's some healing that might be involved. I'm not saying leave someone on Monday and manifest a new person on Tuesday, but you will be able to now move forward, because now that this relationship has failed or is in the process of ending, you have a better idea of what you want the next lover to be. And based upon these experiences, your next romantic partnership will actually grow and expand your life. You'll both feel very lucky to have one another. So there's a new opportunity here. If you're a business owner, I would say maybe the business just isn't growing, or you could find yourself working 16 hours a day for yourself and not really drawing in the money that you need. And you could be like, geez, I'd make more working for someone else. So this would just be seeking a new opportunity to expand your business, like re-strategizing it, putting an end to the current business model, and learning, Page of Swords, some new ways to grow and expand the business. And that would give your business a new life. 6 of Wands. Tell me about the 6 of Wands. So you have the opportunity here again, as above, so below. You have the opportunity here to take something in your life, career and finance, love and romance, or some other aspect of your life that you're not happy with, that it just has not yielded the results you want. You have the opportunity now to create what you want. And very quickly, very quickly, you can be in this next chapter. 6 of Wands. Clarify the 6 of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Wands as clarified by Page of Pentacles. The Tower, I told you it comes in quick. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. So what you want comes in lightning fast. Whatever partnership this is here for you. I don't necessarily always look at the 2 of Cups as a romantic partnership, but it could be for some of you. But it could also be a professional soulmate. It could be a connection with a friend or a community group. It could even be maybe strengthening the bond with family, or reaching out to family members that you haven't had contact with in a long time. So you have the opportunity here to take something in your life that has been emotionally displeasing to you or emotionally disappointing to you, and you have the ability to either manifest it coming together in a new way, new life kind of way, or an entirely new partnership coming in, like the new boss, the new business partner, the new lover, etc., etc. Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, and the Chariot. I love seeing that because we're walking away from the Eight of Cups, and that means we're walking towards the Nine. So all this will require of you is to change your mindset that you do deserve that Ace of Pentacles, identify what that is for yourself, and begin to manifest it. I would even, I was just reading something online. If I can find the link to it, I'll post it below. But it was something about falling asleep with whatever your manifestation is. Like kind of pre-dreaming about it before you fall asleep. So like laying in bed or wherever it is that you sleep, to start thinking about that life. How would it feel to walk that town, or breathe that air, or work at that job, or have that business, or have that type of partner? There was something there about like it triggering manifestation before you go to sleep. So then you're subconsciously in your dreams continuing to manifest this. So I don't know why that came to me, but I felt the need to share it. So maybe some of you want to start doing that as well. So identify that Ace of Pentacles for yourself and begin to actually visualize yourself having it, because it will come in very quickly. I'm being told to grab 3 more cards on that Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Cups is clarified by Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the World card. We've got the Fool, and we've got the World card. So you can claim this person however you want or need them to be. But notice in the Seven of Wands in your deck how this person is very like Zen-like. So again, maybe before you go to sleep or during meditation, while you are still in Leo season, take the time. I often see the Two of Pentacles as time management. Make the time to call that person in, and that person does come into your life, and you'll feel very lucky when they do come into your life. And if it's like a current person in your life or a past person, I always say not to manifest the actual person, because you're sort of getting in the way of their right to free will, right? They have the divine gift of free will like you do, like I do. So I wouldn't manifest an actual person, but I would manifest the type of person you want. And if that person that you're desiring comes in, fantastic. And if someone else comes in, that's okay too, because again, that's the type of person you've been manifesting. So I would manifest in the type of person that you want or that you need. In career and finance, like I said, love and romance, or in any other aspect or connection in your life. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. This card wants to show itself, so I'm going to take it on the side. The Magician. Can't make it up. You can manifest this, this individual. We have the High Priestess. Again, look at that manifestation energy, the Lovers, and the Strength card. You can, again, call this type of person in while we are still in Leo season. It's your choice to do this, but if you were to do this, and there is something here about going to sleep and already seeing that life, seeing yourself like in that opportunity, in that home, in that community, with that type of business or that type of person, actually brings them in very, very quickly. So your ability to manifest is growing, it's expanding. So take advantage of that and start manifesting between now and August 12th, and watch how the person that you need, again, whatever you need them to be, how they come in quite quickly for most of you before we even get to Virgo season. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you. Oh, okay, I'm giving another message here. This would be like you wanting to sell your home. You can manifest a buyer. You can start going to sleep dreaming of you're at the closing and you're signing papers and it's for the dollar amount you want. So, and it could be if you need a grant, if you need any type of like loan funding, or maybe you need assistance, financial aid or state aid, right? Government aid, whatever it is, start visualizing yourself being the recipient of it and watch how quickly it comes in. Okay, that is what I have for you now. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your Lionsgate portal message. Now, Lionsgate officially began on July 26, 2026. It will conclude on August 12th, 2026. And of course, the peak day will be August 8th, 2026. And astrologers are paying massive attention to this window, and that's because we have a 888 alignment here happening. We have the 8th month of the year, we have the 8th day within that month, and then we have the calendar year of 2026. So this reduces down to the number 8. If you take 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. And then you add, of course, 2 plus 6, and you end up with 8. So this makes it a very exceptionally potent window for each of us to manifest whatever it is that we are desiring, whether that is wealth, whether that is leadership, or a transformation within a connection, or maybe even just transformation within ourselves in respect to like a personal transformation or change that we want to make. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And also remember to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, I'll be releasing this reading as 12 individual readings, so I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. If that's what you choose to do, you can take the parts of those readings that currently align with what you're currently going through, and therefore you can craft for yourself a very unique, personalized message. Those individual readings are translated by YouTube in 22 different languages. So if you're looking for that, I suggest that you look at the individual readings. For those of you who like the long formatted readings, and I get a lot of requests for them because some of you just want to have it play in the background while you're doing, whatever tasks you're doing around the house or your property or driving around, it will also be available in the long formatted as well. Just keep in mind that because it is a long formatted video, YouTube will not be translating that in those 22 languages. So if you're here for the full-length video, the timestamps are below. If you're looking for the individual readings, the links for each of those zodiac signs will be below as well. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to do that. I do post bonus additional content, including some exclusive readings for members over there. So with all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right into your Lionsgate portal message. Before we begin, though, I do want to apologize for my voice. I lost my voice a few days ago, and it's taking me a little bit of time to get it back. So if I'm speaking too quietly or softly or slowly, change your volumes, settings, or maybe adjust the use the gear icon to adjust the speed setting of this video. Okay, with all of that said, now for the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August 2026. What is their Lionsgate portal message? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have air. You could be dealing with an air sign or some type of communication. Maybe you need to clear the air with someone. At the bottom of the deck, we have divinity, card number 20. Tell me why air, card number 28, is the message here for Pisces. Why is this our Lionsgate portal message? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Four of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the World card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Wands is clarified by Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles is clarified by Temperance, the Hanged Man, and the Magician. And the World card. Why is the World card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The World card is clarified by the Ten of Cups. What are you doing? King of Wands and the Three of Wands, and bottom of the deck is Two of Swords. There's a new partnership that wants to come into your life. It could be professional, it could be a new boss, a business partner, someone who wants to extend a loan to you or help you out in some way. It's certainly, so it could be professional related. Excuse me. For others of you, this could be like a friend, like someone would be a very beneficial friend to you, an ally, not just an acquaintance. This person would open up your world, introduce you to other people and new experiences. For others of you, this is a love partner, but this person is unable to get in. You have the ability. It's almost like this is what the universe wants to bring to you. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, like this is the divine timing. Happiness, celebration, success, community, partnership, long-term connection. The type of job where you can make money, you could own your own house, or it would be easier for you to pay off your bills. Like this person, the universe is trying to push, Eight of Wands, trying to push them into your life. But you're sitting here in that Four of Pentacles like, no, no. Like, and you might not be manifesting this type of person in, or you're just not open to meeting new people. But the universe wants you to meet this person. It's like part of your plan, like your divinity, the talisman. This person has a key, knowledge, insight, the ability to transform your life. So Archangel Michael is here, to the Hangman, to the Magician. Your manifestation is being blocked. You're either consciously saying, nope, I don't want any new people, or I don't want to meet anyone, or you're subconsciously doing it. But your manifestation right here is blocked. So this new cycle that's supposed to happen with this person, that will bring you a lot of emotional contentment, knowing them, getting to know them, being able to move forward in some area of your life with this person. Look at the air sign, the triangle, which is, if we look at it like air energy, like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Magician is Gemini energy. You could speak this person into existence, like you can ask for them, but you cap it off. You draw a line. You're like, nope, I had my fill with people. I don't need another boss. I don't need another crooked business partner. I don't need another romantic partner screwing me over. I don't need another friend who's going to backstab me. This is just, look at that Two of Swords even. It's like, nope, I'm blocked. I'm not allowing anyone in. And the Two of Swords is Libra. It's the moon in Libra. We just had Libra now. Libra is moving into Venus. So there is something here about a very harmonious connection, professional, platonic, wants to come in for you, but you're holding back. You've capped off asking for it. But if you step into the energy of that King of Wands, and you remove that line, you remove the blockage, and you actually open it up and call this person in, this person comes in right away, like they travel to you very quickly. And then we have knowledge. So again, this person has some kind of knowledge, key, information, opportunity, connections that will help you change your life. I mean, and change your life for the better. But you need to call this person in. You can manifest this person in between now and August 12th, and they will come in relatively soon. We're talking like by the end of the month. So I would start calling in the business partner, the lover, the friend, the realtor, the financial advisor, the attorney. I don't know what type of person you need to help move you along on your life's journey at this time. I just know that you're either consciously rejecting new people or subconsciously rejecting new people. But if you open up that communication again between you and the universe, and you say, this is the type of person I need at this time in my life, I think this person comes in. Like I said, very quickly. This is part of this person, like it's part of your divinity. It's part of your soul contract to have this person. It'll be very healing. This person will help you. I mean, I hate to ever think of one human being as like wish fulfillment, but they could help you attain or obtain wish fulfillment. And that is your divine right. It is your divinity. To have your wishes fulfilled, to be happy in this lifetime. So I would allow this person to come in so the next chapter of your life can finally begin. Because some of you are just kind of existing, right? And I know what that's like. I've been going through it myself. But I would definitely call this person. Obviously, you want to use your discernment. Don't trust the first person, with the keys to your house, so to speak, that you meet. But I would call in whoever it is here that you need so they can come in. It's like this is the right time for you to connect with this person. Let's get you 3 cards of advice at this time. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, the Hierophant, your higher self, 8 of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Your higher self is telling you that life is a little bit more challenging or difficult for you right now, because you actually need this person. Like, this person is supposed to be part of your next chapter. So if you're struggling, and don't ever force a message to fit, but if you're struggling with something, this is the counselor you need. This is the romantic partner you need. You know what I mean? It's the boss you need. It's the help or assistance you need. And I just feel like it's okay to ask for it. Your higher self is saying it's okay to ask for it. You don't have to stay stuck. Ask for it and allow this person to come in. Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And we go right to that 10 of Cups. It could be an earth sign. It doesn't have to be. But again, I feel like, look at all of the experiences that this person brings into your life. 7 of Cups to Ace of Wands. New job opportunities, financial opportunities, new soulmates, new experiences. Literally a new life. Like, they are a key to unlocking abundance and new experiences and options and opportunities and happiness. Above all else, happiness. All you have to do is 2 of Pentacles. Make a little time management to actually call this person in. Make the time to call this person in. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you for putting up with my voice. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And please check your other placements. Until I read for you again, good luck calling in your new soulmate. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.